Hello again. I'm cycling across the US from San Diego to Chicago, alone and unsupported. In this video I've just arrived in Missouri to discover a rolling prairie full of long grass and yellow flowers, crushed limestone roads and an awful lot of white dust. So the plan from here on in is to walk for a few metres up and down this beautiful greenway because I can hear a woodpecker somewhere. I don't know where he is. Maybe I can find him. After that I will go back to my bicycle. It is there resting in the shade. The bike's in reasonably good nick. The front stand is hanging loose, so I need to go to a bike shop today to get that put back on properly. I actually dropped the bike the other day and that broke a screw, and since then the front stand has been dangling. But everything else is in reasonably good condition. I haven't had any flat tyres since last 400 or so kilometres. So that's good. Touch wood, touch my head. Speaking of broken things on bikes, the only other thing I've broken is this flag thing. It used to be a flag right up the top, but I managed to break off the bottom pole, so now it sits like this. And I'm actually finding that having the flags like that works quite well, because I've got the yellow warning flag on the side where the cars are passing me, and it acts as a really good consciousness or awareness raising thing for the car drivers, because they almost invariably do a great big detour around me, going onto the other lane, waiting quietly behind me until it's safe to pass and giving me lots of room. I've also got the Australian flag there in the middle and the American flag. But one thing I've noticed is that those two are upside down to each other, so I'm going to have to change one, because if I stand the flagpole up, one of those two flags is upside down. This is the courthouse in Carthage. The larger towns in this area generally have a public square in the centre of town, which has a courthouse in the middle. The idea being that the law is seen as being central to the proper functioning of the community. I was told that this particular courthouse was the second most photographed building in Missouri. So what's on spot number 1, I asked? The Arch in St. Louis. Never heard of it, but I'll have to go there. I must say, today has not been a highlight of my Trans-American journey so far. It's raining. It's not even a proper rain, it's just this miserable dribble all the time. But it's enough to make me wet, so I have to wear this lemon coat, of course. And the other thing is that I'm only riding, 47 or so kilometres a day, and Komoot said it was all paved. I don't know what Komoot thinks paved is, but this is not paved. And it just goes on forever and ever and ever. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. Anyway, even a rotten day like this has got some good points about it. Firstly, I'm in prairie lands. This whole area is a conservation area of prairie grasses. Has never been ploughed according to the sign, so this is the real deal. And I had no idea that grasses in the prairie grow so long, but then maybe when there were buffalo roaming around everywhere it all got eaten down. I don't know. Anyway, prairie grasses and flowers. The next day the rain stopped, the sun came out and the roads dried to dust. Every time a car or truck came past, a cloud of fine white powder rose, hovered in the air and settled on the vegetation, on my bike and on me. getting to see all sorts of very interesting things when I'm on the road. And this is called Big Mouth, and apparently it's the world's biggest coal scoop. Now, I come from a coal mining area, and I'm pretty sure that we have pretty big coal scoops too. So I'm not so sure if this is the biggest or not. Anyway, it's pretty big. You can see my bike's inside. It's big enough to park 2 cars inside it for sure. The world's biggest coal scoop. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning and I'm about to get organised to go for the day. I've arrived here at this Show Me Rest campground 2 days ago and I was absolutely exhausted, so I thought then I would have a day off yesterday. So I just lazed around and did a bit of bike maintenance and slept in and rested. And today I feel so much better, really raring to get on the road again. But before I go, I want to show a bit of the Show Me Rest campground. So the campground's an RV park with lots of these RVs. A lot of the people in these stay here for months on end or even years on end. Some of them go off to work nearby. The chap in that camper van there, that's Glenn, he works an hour away in Kansas City and has been here since May and travels all around America working wherever he gets a job. He's an electrician. And then there are all these other camper vans and some of those people are also off at work. And this is what the campground looks like. And there's my tent under some willow trees, which are full of cicadas and their shells. And lovely grassy area. Unfortunately, there's a very loud road next door, but that's just life. And there's a pavilion where I sort of set up my kitchen and I'm now doing my packing in there. Last night we had a concert by a chap called Almost Willie. He does Willie Nelson stuff.
From the ladies and leave with the words of a sad country song. My heroes have always been cowboys, and they still are, it seems. Goodbye and pardon. I knew we'd never meet again.
So now my bike's packed, all ready to go. I just have to get rid of my rubbish, which is this biscuit packet here and the coffee cup. A lady came this morning and brought me a cup of coffee, which was absolutely lovely of her. And I have to say goodbye to this beautiful campground. Show Me Rest RV Park in Passaic, which is just north of Butler in Missouri. So I just walked into the local butcher shop to get a drink and a sandwich for lunch and came out with a bratwurst. I must say, bratwurst is pretty good. The roll is not brilliant, but the bratwurst itself is, very, very good. Fantastic. A second breakfast, real German style. This year is a cicada year. Now I can't see any from here, but boy, I can certainly hear them.